So I think all of my friends in this panel have already touched upon certain aspects that how important is to understand the customer needs.
Right.
So just going into the specific of this particular questions, like what often I have seen that the product features are confused within a customer needs. If you look a little bit deeper into those aspects, like the customer needs are the motivators that drive customers to buy or use a product over other, whereas the product features are specifically how the customer needs will be fulfilled. So it's very important to first understand the customer needs and then build features to satisfy those needs would be there. Otherwise, there is a higher risk that you will build something people might not use it, but from the product perspective. So I would say that as a product manager, you should invest a right amount of regular discovery to figure it out that what are those needs are there and start segregating those needs. There is a chance that some need could be that which is very, very critical where you have the table stakes needs to be fulfilled immediately. And there could be a certain need could be there that is in a more visionary kind of stuff that you wanted to address over the period of time. Now, now looking into the second part of this particular question about how should a PM get to know those absolute needs for the users. So what I have seen with my experience has been that being working with multiple companies, and there are many sources to understand what are the needs of a user being there. But if I have to categorize, I would say there are primarily three major areas where which will help you to figure it out what are the real customer needs being there. So the number one is being the user research. It's a very, very powerful approach to understand the user needs. Like either that could be through the user interviews, could be a one-on-one, you might do a focus group discussions or certain kind of surveys you will do to understand those aspects. It finally actually those interviews and those user research helps to learn more about the decision making process of a user that and build on the observations that you're collecting, maybe from
Right.
your current customers, maybe from your former customers, or maybe the non-customers, the people who have not even used your product at any point of time. The second approach, I would say that to identify those moods would be the social listening. Like at this moment, if you see, people do spend time on a lot of different platforms. So you should figure it out, whichever product in your area is being there, where people are spending most of their time. Could be a social platform, could be some other platform would be there. Try to understand that what people are talking about their pain points, certain questions, what kind of information they are looking around. And looking into this particular data would help you to understand the trends and opportunities that might be the needs not coming it out very specifically out of the people are using your product. And I think I would say the last thing in those areas would be more around the data analysis. And I think earlier also people touched upon this part. So data is in a very concise way to figure it out what people are doing. So to
Right.
understand the
Right.
product journey, the product funnel, and most importantly, I would say that like keeping track of all the data, what exactly people are doing, what kind of feedback they are doing, what kind of data points they are living into all those aspects, which help you to observe and figure it out. These are the gaps would be there. So I think just to summarize in all those aspects, I would say that like, and has been repeated earlier also. So if you look into the world's most successful companies are there, they are all customer centric and they continuously invest time in understanding the customer needs. And that's the formula that like you should figure it out the customer needs and then build what how you're going to solve those problems.